Hi, I'm Alana. Welcome to another video. In today's video we are doing a get ready with me for church. The first thing that I want to talk about today is that I have two book recommendations, two books that I have read this week that I wanted to recommend. So this one is called Thanks for Having Me by Emma Dura, and it's about mother-daughter relationships. And it's told from several different perspectives. So it's told from like the daughter's perspective, and then her mother's perspective, and then her grandmother's perspective. And it's really good. Thanks for Having Me by Emma Dura. And the other book that I read this week that I want to recommend is called Youth Juice by E.K. Sathu or whatever. So this one is about a girl who works at a really good, like really popular skincare company. And she's doing an internship there for the woman, and the woman who runs it is kind of like Anna Wintour. And she finds out that the secret to their like really good skincare products is the blood of other interns. So it's really good. It's kind of like Rouge by Mona Awad. Now, what else do we have on the agenda for today? Well, I want to touch on Luigi Mangione, give a brief Luigi Mangione update, but I'm not going to make the whole video about him because like the whole internet is already about him. So Luigi Mangione has been extradited to New York, and he has been charged with murder as an act of terrorism, I believe. And I also read that his mother has said about him allegedly killing the CEO that she could see him doing that. So that's where we're at with Luigi Mangione's case. And all I want to say about that is that he is certainly not acting like someone who didn't do it. I am the eye in the sky, looking at you, I can read your mind. I am the maker of rules, dealing with fools, I can cheat you blind. So, what else? It's almost Christmas. Is everyone excited for Christmas? Is everyone making plans for Christmas Day? Has everyone been nice this year? Or have you been naughty? Have you been nice? I think I've been pretty nice overall this year. Not very naughty. So, fingers crossed Santa will come to all who are deserving. It's worth remembering that Christmas is actually meant to be about celebrating the birth of Jesus. It's not actually meant to be about like presents, giving and receiving gifts. Although of course that's always nice to like remind your loved ones that you love them around Christmas time. But it's also worth remembering during this time that like there are so many people, especially like out around where I live, there are so many homeless people living on the streets, and like it's worth remembering how lucky you are. Like if you have a home and you have even one person who loves you, it's worth remembering to be very grateful for that, because so many people live on the streets. So many people are sleeping on the streets. And I think Christmas time is a particularly difficult time for people who are living on the streets. You know, like overdoses go up during Christmas time, because I guess like if it's a happy event, like if Christmas is a happy time for you, then it's really happy. But if it's not a happy time, then it's really a time that like reminds you that your life is in ruins. Like if you are homeless and you're addicted to drugs and you live on the streets and your family doesn't talk to you, then Christmas like really reminds you of all of that. And it's very poignant, I think, which is why overdoses go up at Christmas time. So if you are lucky enough to be having a happy Merry Christmas, just try to appreciate everything that you do have, because I think that if Christmas is a happy time for you, then it's great, and it's always like a nice celebration and fun to be around family and stuff like that. But I think that if Christmas is sad, if it is a depressing time for you, then it's more depressing for the people who it is depressing for than it is happy for the people who it is happy for. So just try to remain cognizant of that and just be grateful. If you're not living on the street, if you're not addicted to drugs, if your family still talks to you, if you have someone at home who loves and cares for you, if you have something to eat on Christmas Day, be very grateful for all of that, because not everyone does. And I have been listening to Soft White Underbelly, but the episode that I listened to last night, it was a girl who was a daughter of a child pornographer. So her father was a child pornographer, and so there's not really much to say about that episode because it was just too dark. It was too dark to discuss. So I listened to another one with a girl who she was, I think her name was Nicole or something, and it was about her life with a cult leader, this man who was like a cult leader, and she married him and had a baby with him, and he was just like a maniac, and she spent several years with him and like couldn't get away from him. But and then I listened to another one with to a New York police officer and a police detective and a reporter for the New York Times, and they were talking about like past murder cases that happened in New York. They said that one year, and I think they were talking about the 80s, the murder rate got so high that there were like 6 or 7 murders every day in New York. And he said that it got so out of control that they couldn't even keep up with all of the people who were dying. Like they didn't have time to identify like who is this person and then like tell the family and like all of that, because there were just so many people dying. So he said that when people say that now it's worse than ever before, crime in New York City is worse than ever before, that's not true, because it was worse in the 80s, according to this police detective. And so that will be all for today. Thank you for watching this video. You're beautiful, you're perfect, I love you, God bless you. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and Merry Christmas.